Welcome to Fouts Boxing Theory. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite fights, crazy nuts fight between Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley. And what was an amazing performance. Now, real quick, one of those things about Shane Mosley, man, he just comes out and he just busts you up immediately. He likes to get in there and really show you not only that he's fast and you better be on point, but that he hits hard. You know, Shane Mosley is a guy that fought his younger career, and again, getting on the line with a little bit of leash here, control. He gets the reaction from Oscar De La Hoya's rear hand, and then jumps on the line, gets the same reaction, and blasts around the right hand. Oscar De La Hoya making some big flaws. Notice he's not moving his head at all. He's not changing position, and Shane Mosley's changing positions. You have to change positions with your opponent. Okay, you can't just let your opponent change position in front of you and cross your line and hit you. And Shane Mosley's able to set that up right there really well. Um, mm. But yeah, we're going to be talking about some all-time great skills, all-time great flaws in this fight. We're going to kind of watch kind of quickly through it. I don't want to spend too much time pausing and stuff. I just want it to be a quick, not quick, but a fun, interesting thing. Again, Oscar De La Hoya with the kind of low lead left hand. Now, this is very common for his time. Notice Oscar De La Hoya is a fighter that fought a little bit more square than other fighters in his generation. He wasn't exactly a bladed stance fighter. He fought more square because he was trying to be more close to the left side of the line so he could throw that left hook. Now, notice Shane Mosley, not exactly as square, right? He's controlling the line with the left shoulder and the left arm, so he can smash with the right hand and change positions. But Oscar De La Hoya is trying to open up space on the left side of the line so that he can throw the left hook and be more active with the left hand as well. Notice he's on this side of the line and he has a very good jab. He has a very powerful jab, being able to throw it from here in this squared position. This is one of the reasons why Oscar De La Hoya had such an advantage during his time of fighting. I know he has a lot of losses in his career, but Oscar De La Hoya was a beast. You've got like Ryan Garcia today, and like, could you ever imagine Ryan Garcia stepping onto Shane Mosley's line like this? Ever? Could you ever imagine Ryan Garcia competing with a guy like Shane Mosley here? Beautiful, by the way, catching that jab here, getting a nice parry here. And while Shane Mosley is trying to land that shot, he's slipping to the inside with the hook. He was ready to catch off the leash. Beautiful work, beautiful timing from Oscar De La Hoya. But Oscar De La Hoya was an animal. He was an animal, and you know I don't know anything about the Osterine. This, from what I've heard, it was like for weight cutting. So it's like, he didn't even make weight or whatever. Maybe he didn't get any. And it's not like he looked any different, right? It's not like Ryan Garcia looked any different than he usually looks. Now, on that note, real quick, like not to talk too much shit about, because we're supposed to be talking about the fight. I'm trying to watch the fight. I'll talk to you guys about this too. But you guys remember Tank Davis freak out when he had to take his shirt off in front of everybody and Bernard Hopkins touched him? They thought that he was trying to cheat. That they were going to, beautiful little leaping hook right here. He jumps off the line and leaps into this shot. And again, because he's throwing so many leashes, so many jabs, is this going to be a quick 1-2 that he's doing on the line? Or is it going to be just a leash? Oscar De La Hoya picks 1-2 and tries to intercept it with his own catch hook again. But Shane Mosley makes an excellent adjustment there. Beautiful work, and smacks him with a huge shot. But if Tank Davis is worried that people are going to rub steroid cream on him at any weigh-in, Ryan Garcia should absolutely be worried that people are going to be tainting his supplements, tainting his water when he goes out in public, if he eats or drinks anything from the Haney team. The Haney team, look at how wild they are. Just any little avenue that they have to like eke out a win. They're going to take him to court. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Sue him. They already got it removed from his record. How many people fail drug tests after the fight and then they don't get let's overturn the result, blah blah blah. Never happens, right? Why does it happen in Devin Haney's career? This guy's got 2 losses, right? This guy lost the fight in Mexico and then had to get it and got it overturned, right? So anyway, all that to say that, steroids or not, Oscar De La Hoya, I 100% believe is a natural fighter his whole career. Never used any beautiful, gets on the line with the 2, 3, little combination. Then he gets under that extra boom, 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 and then gets under this shot here, and then comes back up with another combination. Man, and look at Shane Mosley really trying to come back with his own combination too. Keep your goddamn eyes open, but man, crazy work, beautiful work with the jab, 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 boom, boom, jumping off the line. Oscar comes with the double jab, and he jumps back on with the combination right there. Pretty cool work, pretty cool work. Now, anyway, all that to say, yeah, I think Oscar De La Hoya would have annihilated Ryan Garcia for sure. I think he's got a number one. Can Ryan Garcia even catch a jab with his rear hand? Look at the job that De La Hoya is doing, catching and working off this jab here, doing an excellent job. Now, if Oscar De La Hoya couldn't catch this jab, he would either be knocked out already, or he would have a swollen left eye, right? Or right eye could be, but he wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't even be able to be working off of any of this stuff, because Shane Mosley would be able to hit him with the jab almost any time he wanted. Oscar De La Hoya wouldn't be able to put any pressure on him. He wouldn't be able to come forward. Now, one of the things that De La Hoya is doing wrong here, though, is that he's allowing Shane Mosley to dictate all of where the fight is going by only moving straight into him. Every time he gets on the line, he's prepared to catch the jab and come forward, right? Oh, or the rear hand right there. But he's not creating any advantages. He's not circling his opponent. He doesn't know what he's looking for, right? He doesn't have any real strategy. I mean, we all know he's looking for his left hook. But he's looking to try to get on the line and throw a combination, but he doesn't know where to start. He's waiting for Shane Mosley to go first. Good shot here from Shane here. Gets that jab off. Boom, stepping jab. And then again, De La Hoya doing a decent job of just blasting right into his own counters, right? Beautiful work right there. And really trying to get around each other's jabs right there to get on the line. And again, to pull and to get into a position to throw their combinations. No rear hand probes to start. Again, Oscar De La Hoya choosing not really to go first, right? But still just waiting for Shane Mosley as Shane Mosley is crossing the line. And Shane Mosley does a good job of controlling him with the rear hand, getting him to think, oh, I'm going to counter him here, and then rolling away, right? Not allowing De La Hoya to take advantage of the fact that he had just cut the ring off, just got him into that most vulnerable position. So again, we have Shane Mosley doing a decent job of creating a lot of space here, right? Not getting pinned off, not getting the ring cut off against him. And De La Hoya, again, mostly following him around. Now, very, very good shot right here. All-time great mistake is always having to step with your jab. And one of the things that, as the smaller guy, maybe Shane Mosley has to in order to land this shot. Maybe he has to step, but a stepping jab is very easy to counter at a high level, and here he is getting smashed in the body and then over the top. All-time great mistake. Philly shell-like thing on the inside here. He doesn't have his left guard block. He doesn't have his right arm in a position to catch either. Just very, very, very poor hand positioning on the inside from Shane Mosley. Good active guard there from Shane, keeping Oscar at bay. And again, Oscar not really changing positions himself. A little bit of stepping hook right there on Shane Mosley. And again, while he's giving that little timing, cross the line here, cross the line, Shane Mosley, right, crossing the line. Boom, boom, boom. Makes it to the other side of the line. Looks like he was feinting him. I thought he was going to try to time him when he slipped to the front foot. I kind of missed the little beat right there. Doing an excellent job being competitive here, Mr. De La Hoya is. Let's take a look at those. Punches landed, so 36 to 31. Dang, look at that. I mean, I guess only 120 punches thrown in 2 rounds. Not that much, 60 punches a round. And a lot of them are like leashes and stuff, so it's not like... Now, a few things De La Hoya is missing. The Fouts Boxing pull counters where you crouch and you coil and you get low. Okay, he's not even exhibiting any of the Mayweather like pull counter. Just getting smashed here again, not reacting to the rear hands very well at all. And again, it's very difficult for De La Hoya to know. Oh, am I going to be? Is he going to do a step off the line after the lead hand? Is he going to throw a right hand after the lead hand, or is the lead hand just going to be a leaping hook? Right? Oh, is it going to be another jab after the leash? Right? After each one of these little motions, again, he has to decide, oh, is it going to be this? Is it going to be what's coming? And again, because De La Hoya doesn't really have very many good responses to the rear hand, trying to get a little bit of a pull action here. Boom, down, control. Beautiful work from Shane. By the way, front foot. You can see the Oscar De La Hoya's back foot is pendulum walking, and he's about to take a step on the front foot. And as he does, Shane Mosley snaps into a rear hand to control De La Hoya, not allowing him to take advantage of the fact that he just bridged the gap and got into range. Again, Shane Mosley, look at how well he's. Oh, beautiful right hand over the top. But look at how well he's organizing the space, right? Controlling De La Hoya so often, right? He's going to give him a little space here, boop, right? And then take a step off and give him a little step here and a step off, right? Controlling him here, right? Walking him into the rear hand, getting under this shot. He does get caught here. Again, rolling like that is very dangerous. Comes up without his hand up. But organizing the space in the ring very well. Not moving too quickly away from his opponent, but controlling him as he moves around, right? It's beautiful. And again, Oscar De La Hoya, anytime you get close to him, look what happens. Boom, boom, boom. Little rocket punches. And again, Oscar De La Hoya had a rocket left hook, one of the best left hooks, man, maybe ever. It was really, really, really good. Nah, like maybe top 100. It was really good. It was a really good left hook. Top 20, I don't know. Who knows what the actual number is? There's actually been so many really, really talented people who've been fighters, and but you really got to put together a lot of high level skills, a lot of athleticism. It's not just as simple as oh, you have a good jab. Like you look at fighters today, right? Now, how often was Floyd Mayweather able to do this to anybody? Right? Walking a guy down, catching his jab. Now I do want to say, yeah, De La Hoya is getting hit with a couple of shots here. But fighting is dangerous, right? And if you're good at it, you're not going to be getting hit with the hardest shots. You're going to be getting hit with glancing shots. You're going to be getting hit with light blows. There's a time where, oh yeah, Mike Tyson was talking about little Oscar De La Hoya's dad right there. Mike Tyson was talking about Duran versus Leonard, how they went, 12 rounds, crazy fight, crazy war. Neither one of them had a scratch on them. And again, you're not going to be getting hit with these guys' hardest shots all the time, even though you will get hit with hard shots. You will. But a lot of the shots, if you're a good fighter, you're going to make your opponent move quick enough that they're not going to be able to hit you all hard. It's just so much more difficult. Beautiful work. Again, look at Shane Mosley circling, stepping around. Boom, 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 boom. Get to the front foot, letting the rear hand go instead of the jab, and just opening up enough space for him to move around, right? Not allowing the ring to get cut off. And again, check out the Fouts Boxing Academy. Again, there's over 100 drills already to teach you the correct way to learn to step around, walk, and circle your opponents. All the correct drills, all the best ways to do it. And they're there as soon as you sign up. You can begin practicing, okay? There's also, 24 Fouts Boxing Academy videos of people sending in their drills, sending in their work, looking for tips to get better. And on top of that, I teach striking. If you guys want to learn to become better punchers, you want to learn to become better strikers, send in your striking work, send in your training, and I will teach you how to throw punches better. Again, the Fouts Boxing Academy, is a community of people all looking to get better at fighting, talking about Fouts Boxing, learning together. Um, yeah, it's a really, really cool, you know, hard-working place to be. Okay, you go there, it's like, uh, anyway, all that stuff, yada yada yada. Check it out. Okay, it's the coolest community on in combat sports. Also, because I'm the fucking best coach on the planet. Now, starting not to control space with that lead hand here, right? As we see him here with no lead hand control, no leash, right? Getting hit with the right hand over the top. As he starts circling and pivoting on the front foot and using his leash less, he's going to be more susceptible to getting hit with these kinds of moves or this kind of position because he's going to allow De La Hoya to get close enough to him to just throw that straight right hand right over the top. This was the problem that he had when he fought Vernon Forrest, where he was allowing Vernon Forrest to get close to him. Excellent shot right there. And also, De La Hoya is starting to time that rear hand to try to land it over the top of that jab. Now, Shane Mosley looks real dangerous when he starts slipping across the line right there and doing this and that when he has his hands down. But that's when De La Hoya should really look to make an attack on his line, really try to make him pay for that, trying to be sneaky, but really not really getting any work done. You know, there's a lot of redundant movement there. There's a lot of patterns there that just they're not good. You know, they allow De La Hoya to get himself in a position, getting under that shot. Very surprising, coming up with his own hooks. Now, I want to point out, you know, one of the things that these guys do very, very, very well is once you get on their line with them, once you get there, you have to fight. Okay? We can see on the outside how there's all this strategy, right? And now once he gets into position, boom, here comes the one, here comes the two to the body. Now Shane Mosley's in position. He has to pull, he has to peel, or defend his position, right? Or follow up. He has to do one of those in the next beat. But he doesn't, and he gets smacked, right? But he's on the line. De La Hoya doesn't have to get off the line. He's been trying so hard to land a shot. He's going to stay here, and now he's just going to throw a combination. And this is what you have to be prepared for, especially at a low level. If you guys are not very good at fighting and you're fighting a guy who's not very good at fighting, this is what that guy's waiting for the whole time. As soon as he gets here, whap, whap, he just wants to throw his combination. Okay? But you have to be prepared for this. And this is why in the Fouts Boxing Academy, you have to peel so often. You throw one goddamn punch and you better get the fuck off the line. Because you're fighting an animal. We're not training to fight that bum in your gym. You know how many people join and say, hey, I want you to teach me how to beat this bum in my gym. And it's like, why don't you just learn how to be a better fighter and beat all the bums in your gym? Not just the one bum. So, allowing the ring to get cut off, making it to the front foot, and as soon as he makes it to the front foot, he has to leave here. The ring is cut off. He's not allowed to. De La Hoya is immediately making him pay for that, right? Getting on his way to the front foot. He has nowhere to go. It's very obvious where he's going to be moving. He has to interact right here, and he gets smacked. The more he would have pivoted on that front foot, the harder that shot would have been. Now, De La Hoya not getting any control right there, not throwing any probes, and allowing Mosley right there to get out of the corner, right? And I don't know if that goes back to that old competitive thing where like, oh, I just got a punch. Now it's his turn to get a punch. Now it's my turn to get a punch. You know, like he just worked hard to put himself ahead, so he's going to try to make Mosley go next, you know? But that's not how you win fights, right? Man, De La Hoya, again, not a lot of rear hands, right? And again, not a lot of good blocking from De La Hoya. So the jab comes, he tries to interact with the line by shooting his straight left hand, boom, and then getting tapped over the top. Good little move there from Mosley, but he didn't peel correctly, right? And after he landed that shot, he's in the corner, right? He didn't move anywhere. He didn't go anywhere. He did the thing where he controlled the space, he hit the guy, and now he's stuck in the corner because he didn't peel. Okay, again, you have to know where you're going every time. Otherwise, now you're forced to re-engage. And what do we know about his engagements on that front foot here? Bad, almost gets hit. I know, horseshoes and hand grenades, right? But I do want to say, we all know that Shane Mosley loses more fights after this, right? Now, Shane Mosley's a small guy. He's like 5'7", I think. And he fought all the way up at he might have fought at middleweight, but definitely was the 154-pound champion. I think this fight was at 47. I think this fight was at 47, and then they had a rematch at 54. Again, you make an attack on your opponent's line, and your opponent is desperate to let his punches go once you're in range, right? As soon as he gets in range, man, just this flurry of punches from De La Hoya. Jumps on the line, and it's funny too because you can kind of tell that Shane Mosley's going to do this, right? He just got smacked. Boo, boo, right? And he leaves the line all nonchalant. He's bouncing, nice and relaxed, and then goes, ah! And tries to just smash into it. But no real feinting, no real probing. He just kind of jumps into this shot and eats a good shot, and then again, another good shot. Now, he throws this leaping shot here, boom. He either has to follow up or get off the line or do something. Here's the cost of business. What's he going to do? He has to go somewhere or follow up. Eats another shot. Again, he has no plan, right? No post-punch defense there. And again, I want to say, for most of the fight, he's had some pretty good post-punch defense, right? That wasn't bad. Got the 1-2 off right here. Boom, boom. And then get off the line before he eats the hook, right? Not bad. But again, that's one of those things that's really difficult to do against someone who's bigger than you. Because their reach, they're going to be able to hit you from farther out than you're expecting, farther out than than your defense often will allow, right? And again, just killing him with the combinations, right? Boom, 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 following him up. Again, no post-punch defense from Mosley. And again, if you don't practice these patterns, you'll never do it. But here's the cool thing, right? If you practice the patterns, you'll do them on accident in the fight. You don't even have to be a good fighter if you do it in training, because we fight how we train. Again, pivoting on the front foot here, right? All-time great mistake. Almost gets hit. Woo. But again, that's why in my training, on the academy videos, you guys, I'm so on your fucking ass about every fucking flaw. Every one. Because at the Fouts Boxing Academy, we are not making bums, okay? We're making the best fighters on the planet, okay? Let's see 1 second here, guys. Here we got a little bit of round 1 of Eddie versus Quadir Albright, right? Now, again, best fighters on the planet, right? My guy Eddie here, he has 1 amateur fight. And I'm going to do a video. We're going to show a little bit more of this video. But Quadir Albright, 6'1". Eddie is 5'7"-ish. I don't even know if he's 5'7". He says 5'7". That's man talk. But Quadir Albright, 10-1 as a pro, 10 knockouts. Eddie he has 1 amateur fight. I've met up with him a couple of times to teach striking. He hits really hard. He's really fast. And they're not going hard here. Not yet, But they didn't ask what kind of sparring we were looking for. We just asked if we could spar, right? So they put us in with a welterweight. Now, my guy is 140, 135. He's only 5'7", right? So he's probably going to go down even farther, 130. But he's much bigger, much more experienced. And again, my guy Eddie, for the most part, especially with the disadvantages, right? Especially in experience, because this is Eddie's first sparring session in a year, right? He hasn't sparred anybody in a year. And again, what I was saying earlier, we trained, we moved around in person. I met him in person a few times. We worked on mostly striking because that's what everybody wants to work on. And again, if you guys want to learn striking, you want to learn power punching. It's the most fundamental thing to all of your combat. The better of a striker you are, the better you will be at fighting. The more sharp you can get your striking. So check out the striking package that I just posted. It's $149.99. It's a complete striking lesson. I go through every little thing, every little step with this guy. I give this guy an in-person lesson. And you guys can pay attention to what he's doing, how he gets better, and then there's an additional lesson to it as well. But your striking will be commensurate with your boxing ability. You'll be sharper, you'll be faster, you'll be able to compete with guys who are taller than you, who have advantages over you, who are able to, and again, post-punch defense, you have to get off the line, right? Anyway, Eddie doing a great job here, gets kind of smacked with the leaping left hook. But again, Eddie has 0 pro fights. He has 1 amateur fight. We did a couple of in-person striking sessions, and then this camp here, we did a couple of weeks in Texas. We did a couple of weeks in Georgia, and then we did a couple of weeks in Philly. It was about a 2.5-month camp that I did with him to teach Eddie all this stuff. We did a lot of sparring games and sparring with a few other fighters, Fouts Boxing fighters, as I met them in Texas. Then I met some in Georgia. And then again, the only other person that Eddie sparred and moved around with was me. Okay. And again, getting to this level, right, to be able to compete with a guy who has 11 pro fights, who's actively trying to knock him out, right? Like he's not going light on him, right? And again, this is a guy who has 1 amateur fight. Okay. 1 amateur fight. Anyway, we're going to get back to the De La Hoya Shane Mosley. Again, the system that I have to teach people how to fight. You know, in fighting, you guys, you don't get do-overs. Everything is for keeps, right? It's extremely serious. It's extremely important that you have someone who understands how serious it is, how important it is, how everything matters so much. Okay? And if you want really particular drills, you want particular instructions, you want to get better every time you set something in. You want to know what you're supposed to be working on, not just hit it harder, do this, but actually get better. And again, the system that I have to teach people how to fight, to get them ready, to understand what's really going on in the ring, to move around, it's the best system on the planet. There will never be a system any better, ever. And again, I was able to teach Eddie that stuff in just a few weeks. Just a few weeks to be able to teach him to move around and spar, you know, with a professional who's trying to knock him out. Now, Quadir Albright came up and he took like a little Instagram video after the thing, and he made sure to like walk up to me and like put it over his shoulder to make sure he got me in the camera and then Eddie in the camera. After the end of the sparring session, he did well. Like it's not like he did bad, and then he went real hard at the end in the 4th round. But I think he didn't post it because when his mom told him, we asked for the film. When his mom told him that Eddie only had 1 amateur fight, and he hasn't sparred in a year, he didn't want to post it and be bragging about sparring a guy who's 6 inches shorter than him, outweighed by 20 pounds. That he, you know, quote unquote beat up a Fouts Boxing student, right? But anyway, boxing's not that difficult to learn, okay? And if you guys want to learn how to get better at it, and you actually want to be getting better at it and learning to do new things, and you also want to become a better athlete, you want to get stronger, faster, right? Check out the Fouts Boxing Academy, okay? All right. And again, no reason for him to be pivoting on the front foot and getting stuck here. He should be leashing here and taking a step off the line, but he, for whatever reason, allows the ring to get cut off and just eats a right hand over the top. Again, Philly shell right there. It's not good enough, right? De La Hoya still not capable of throwing a 1-2 or throwing a straight right hand, so he's opting to throw the 1-2, right? He does, again, land the 1, but he's telling on himself with the 2, and it allows Shane Mosley, to just be hit with a glancing blow. Again, the shots that you're getting against a guy who's really good, really um, really fast as well, you're not often landing very many big shots. Not often landing very many big shots. I think there's a big shot right here, though. Oh, watch out, Eddie. Don't sit on the ropes, Eddie. Don't sit on the ropes. Excellent shot over the top. Excellent shot, right, guys? Excellent shot. Um, but again, you're not often landing shots like the one that Eddie just landed on Quadir Albright. You have to be very, very good at boxing to do that stuff and predict every sequence correctly. It's not just about you're just going to throw your punch and do the thing. No. You have to be able to control and manipulate your opponent in a way that you can predict the sequences correctly so that you get the maximum amount of value possible. You knew where your opponent's head was going to be. You knew what punch they were going to throw, just like Eddie did right there in that sequence, and then you're going to smash them, right? You're going to say, okay, with all the things that I know about boxing and all the things that he knows about boxing, I'm going to say that I know more about it than him, and this is what I'm going to do in this move, and let's see what happens. Whoop-ah! And he whoop-bopped him, right? Now, again, here's Shane Mosley getting to this pivotal point. He has nowhere to peel behind, right? He's bringing his weight to the front foot here. Oscar De La Hoya, here he goes, back foot on Mosley, front foot on Mosley. Here comes the leash. De La Hoya should have been able to throw a rear hand and either hit him in the body or hit him in the head. He should have been able to do that from there. He was already planted. Mosley's the one that has to be moving positions, right? Now, again, once you get on the ropes, beautiful job here from De La Hoya, right? Just the tiniest little pendulum right here, right? He's going to give him right here. Boom, control with the jab. Pendulum comes onto the line, throws the shot, just a tiny shot. Boom, boom, boom. But again, trying to get close enough to let a combination go. Now, De La Hoya's footwork, honestly, pretty bad. Pretty bad. He's always, you see him like kind of stepping on the ball of that front foot. It's like his front leg is at this weird angle as well. Shane Mosley, man, looking really dangerous with the head movement here, right? But again, not really able to throw a punch off of any of this stuff, right? Boom, 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 boom. And then he does it. Once he's already on the right side of the line, it's a stepping jab, right? But he's not able to just blend it. Little stepping jabs again from Mosley. Again, super fast. De La Hoya telling on himself, breaking into this with a pendulum, down, up into the right hand. And again, he races him just fine, right? Boom. He makes this move here, and then by the time he's ready to throw the right hand, he's already making another move, and Shane Mosley's like, right? But if he could have hit him on the first beat, he would have got him, right? Shane Mosley didn't react hardly at all to the pull. There you go. A little bit of a right hand right there. And again, if Oscar De La Hoya was Sergey Kovalev, would he have knocked out Shane Mosley? Not just because Shane Mosley is so much smaller than Kovalev, but because Kovalev is good strategically. Now again, Mosley making that same mistake, leaping hook, right? Leaping hook. And then he gets stuck on the line because his footwork is bad. Okay, boom, boom. Man, Mosley really, really not getting any value here, right? Throwing his combination, but allowing De La Hoya again to get on the line and just let his hands go. right? Very, very dangerous if you're Shane Mosley. But very interesting because De La Hoya not boxing, right? He's mostly just he basically is just getting on the line and hoping like, I don't know if you guys play video games, but a very, very, very spray and pray mindset, right? As soon as even eating that rear hand just like 10 seconds ago, right? And then just blasting, right? No defense though. As soon as he gets on the line with Mosley, it's just punch, 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 punch. And again, beautiful work here. Again, this move is still reading pull, right? The left hook is coming. He's getting down. Almost a perfect defense right here. Comes up with the left hook to the body. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful work. Beautiful. I know he's almost getting tapped, right? But so much of this is really, really, really good. The most important part being that Shane Mosley leaps on his line and doesn't just get away with it. Now, for all of you guys that are Jaron Ennis fans, right? This is one of those things that Jaron Ennis does quite often is a leaping shot like that. And I want you guys to pay attention to Oscar De La Hoya ripping Mosley to the body when that shot comes. Okay? Now, when I talk about follow-ups on the leaping shot, boom, boom, right? Again, there are follow-ups. You have to be able to follow it up or do something, protect that shot. You can't just do it. But that's one of those things that Jaron Ennis is going to have to work on. 1, 2, try to get on the line with a combination. Those are 3. Crazy, right? And again, look at the athleticism from Shane Mosley. So fast, so dangerous. And again, at any moment, any of these punches could be the last, right? So watch that. Boom. Beautiful shot to the body. Beautiful. Man, beautiful work from De La Hoya getting to this side. He's trying to parry it, right? Obviously, it's not great, but boom, body shot. And then controls him with the forearm here, smashes him with the right hand, does get hit with the left hook because he's trying to throw a combination, but man, he was so close to making this like a perfect sequence. Man, again, De La Hoya is an animal, you guys. Really, really, really good. Really, really good, really talented, really hard working fighter as well. He was a guy that just, he would do his best, Who's a good example of that, like recently? I want to say on average, in the first fight, Tyson Fury was like that, right? Competitor, right? Real, true competitor. We've got guys like Shakur Stevenson. Is that guy a competitor? No, that guy's a bum. That guy's a bum. And he would not get even close to beating either of these guys. Either of these guys would annihilate Shakur Stevenson. And it sucks that he has Terrence Crawford in his camp, instead of telling him how it is and beating him up and showing him, nah, dude, you suck, and making him change, he keeps just blowing him. Keeps telling Shakur, yeah, he's the best, blah, 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 blah. He's the next generation. No, Crawford, you're setting your boy up for failure because he's not that good. He's not getting better. And he didn't win that fight against De Los Santos. He ran the whole time. He did what Shane Mosley's doing, except he didn't throw any combinations. He didn't throw any punches. And the thing is, he can't beat De Los Santos. De Los Santos will knock him out. Again, because his striking sucks. Oh my God, beautiful. Just walks right onto the line. Boom! And again, at the beginning of the fight, you're going to see this coming. Right? At the beginning of the fight, you're going to see it coming. But as the fight wears on and you're like, oh, man, bro, I just landed my left hook right there. I got him. He's fucking done. He's done. I'm fucking locked on target. I'm coming with that left hook. Boom! Oh, my God. He didn't do the same thing he did last time. And now he punched you in the face. And he smashed you with the right hand. And now all of a sudden it's different. You just weren't expecting it. And again, it's all because your guard sucks. Right? Real quick. Boom, the jab. He slips to this side. Right into a right hand. Are you kidding me? Shane Mosley? Now again, Shane Mosley's a guy who, did this guy ever lose a fight to someone who was smaller than him? Yeah, he lost to Pacquiao, right? And that was like pretty obvious beatdown. Obviously, he was not this Shane Mosley. Look at how quick his hands are, right? Look at how quick and sharp he is. Obviously he wasn't Shane Mosley, the roid rager, right? Obviously, like I don't think he's such a nice guy. I don't think he ever roid raged, but one of a Victor Conti's um, original experiments, right? Nice rear hand here. Control on that beat. De La Hoya takes a step to the front foot. He controls him with the rear hand. Gets him to stepping jab right here, but because it was a probe, he didn't actually get any hook off of it. He didn't get to counter. He didn't get to do any of the things that a probe does. Um, so very interesting. I mean, I want to say interesting. It's obvious, these guys are not, um, the greatest fighters of all time. They don't know how to fucking leash, and neither one of them have good pull counters, right? Damn, so fast right there. Pop, pop. But neither one of them really able to fight except out of combination once they throw a rear hand, right? Once they throw any punch, it's basically just off to the races, right? Why are you raising your hand? I don't get it. De La Hoya stalking him, right? Gets a response, boom, boom, right? Where's the counter? Decent job right there of Mosley throwing a rear hand, creating a little bit of space. Beautiful work there too, making it back southpaw, right? Now real quick, those are the two, shifts, rolls under, again gets hit by a left hook, one of very dangerous punches, gets his peel off. Now he's southpaw, no big deal. Taking a step off the line. Again, very, very dangerous pivot on the front foot there. Boom, hook, two, peel. Beautiful work there. Back to orthodox, right? Seamlessly going from orthodox to southpaw to orthodox. Jab, jab. Very interesting, right? Because he's trying to catch jab, jab, pendulum, roll, two. Still winds up getting him, barely. Common move. The right hand's coming. He's hitting him with a left hook. Look at how quick this left hook is from De La Hoya, man. Wow. Got him. Because he gets him on the inside there. Oh, maybe he barely misses. Beautiful leashing right there too. Control, control, gets the lead hand control, and then follows it up with a second jab. Bop, bop, bop. Does a triple basically. Psh, psh, psh. Oh, his mouthpiece. Okay. I just didn't know what was going on, so I wanted to see. I thought he slipped. Man, he's seeing this shot coming, right? Taking a big step on the right hand right there. He even did a good job right there of stepping with his heel as well. All right. Had to go get a cup of coffee real quick, so you guys didn't even notice. I know. Talented. And again, all-time great skill, right? Getting on the line with a quick 1-2, but it's actually not even a quick 1-2. It's a jab pendulum. He's going to get to the front foot, boom. And here's his pendulum. Takes a step, boom, boom. It was not even on time. He didn't actually even get De La Hoya there. But we can see that the bad guard there from De La Hoya. Oh my God, look at the intensity. Here comes the shot. He pulls, comes under, bop, 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 bop. Man, beautiful combinations. And again, at a high level, it's very, very, very important. Oh, beautiful. So he tries to pivot on the front foot. Here comes the right hand. He is able to avoid it, but he doesn't see the follow-up shot because he's in so much danger. Right? He has to make so many mistakes all at one time, right? All-time great mistake pivoting on the front foot. All-time great mistake not having your block with you. Right? All-time great mistake. He doesn't pull and get down when punches come. He pulls straight back. All these problems, right, pile up right here to allow him to get into a position. His opponent still had to be good enough to throw one of the fastest right hand left hooks ever to get him. It was still not easy. His opponent still had to put together multiple all-time great skills to get him, right? Feint here, right? Boom, jab, into a pendulum 2-3, poop, poop. And then Shane Mosley, okay, bro, okay, and just ripping that hook. Love you, Shane Mosley. You're an animal. I wish he didn't have so many losses, you know. If Shane Mosley had stayed at lightweight, you know, all the way down there, unbeaten forever. No one would have gotten a title in that division until he retired. You know, he could have stayed down there forever. But I guess the money's just not very good. I don't know how much more money he made. I mean, I guess he got millions for this, right? Beautiful work, by the way. De La Hoya, finally, blasting straight into the right hand, rolling. I thought he tried to roll to the front foot to make it out, but getting stuck there a little bit, and again, get stuck here, right? But it's so dangerous to be this close to a guy, right? Look at him just landing punches at will, just layering them, slathering them on Shane Mosley's face. Blah, 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 blah. You know, just every second that you're next to Oscar De La Hoya, you're in deep shit, man. Beautiful. 1-1-2, Shane? Are you going to throw the hook or are you going to do the 1-1-2? None. Now, again, he just tries to body up with them. And then Oscar De La Hoya just beep, beep, beep. I know they didn't land, but that's not the point, right? It's just so much danger to close that distance between someone like you, between anyone and Oscar De La Hoya. You know, Oscar De La Hoya had that like middleweight Felix Sturm debacle, right? Where he like arguably lost that but got a gift decision. Because like he's the golden boy, right? But honestly, like De La Hoya had a great career. You know, he fought a lot of really tough guys. He did it in an era where everyone was on steroids except for him. You know, and he still whooped these guys. You know, and then you know obviously fights Floyd Mayweather. And again, you guys, look at these, right? You get onto a guy's line, right? Jump on the line, throws the 2, he lands the 2, he's shifting again. Look at all these beats here that he's giving away. Bop, 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 bop. Right? He loses 3 punches. He lost 3 punches right there while he was trying to roll. Beautiful little trap right there. Slips to the front foot, makes it to this position, understands that the rear hand's coming this time, pulls under it. No counter, though. When he comes up, no counter. Just walks right into the left hook. Now, again, boom. Does he throw a right hand himself? Right? Because he knows the shot's coming. But anyway, De La Hoya going with the 2-3, sewing those beats together really, really quickly. 2 punches sound like one. Bop, bop! Right? And there's just almost no space there for Shane Mosley. You know? And again, what an animal. Getting on the line as well with his own combination, not leaving any space there for De La Hoya. Trying again, but De La Hoya intercepting him a little bit. Beautiful guard there from De La Hoya with the rear hand, right? Boom. But getting picked off here while he's doing his own stepping jab there. Trying to catch that jab right there and then take a step in. Boom. And come up with the left hook. Mosley doing a good job getting the block off on that one. Even though his block is pretty bad. And then De La Hoya making it on this one here. Boom, jab, pendulum into the hook. Just like Ryan Garcia, right? Could you guys imagine Devin Haney fighting one of these guys? Like we've got this incredible fight with so many crazy punches. These guys are punchers. And then we've got Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney modern day. Oh, just nuts. Just nuts, you know. Again, like I keep talking about, we are right now in the weakest era in boxing ever. Even though we've got Lomachenko, right? You know, who styled on people so hard when nobody knew anything about positions that honestly, I thought he might wind up being the greatest fighter ever. You know, he was so far ahead of people of his time, you know. And you know, especially his performance against Gary Jr. Gary Russell Jr. was incredible. Shane Mosley trying the same little tactic right here, the jab into the pendulum, into the body shot, right? So I suspect if he's going for the body shot right here, he's going to whip that shot to the head soon. So he's going to go back to his leaping hook on the outside. It is very interesting that he hasn't used it very often. Oh, again, no post punch defense here. Jumps on the line, lands a right hand right over the top, doesn't move, tries to cross the line, boom, boom. And again, that all time great flaw of not having his left hand up. Oh, there's the left hook again, right after he lands a hard shot. There it is. All right. Round 11. Some decent-ish defense there. Ooh, pushing him off of his line, and then he has to come back because he can't let the ring get cut off, especially this early in the round, right? Leaps with the shot, no follow-up again, and De La Hoya is already just blasting shots. Man, look at them just go back and forth, man. Crazy, crazy. Psh. Getting used to that 2-3 there. Very interesting, Mosley kind of taking so many steps back right there. Oh, nice little rear hand over the top. Trying to pull this jab here. But again, after he throws the rear hand, he crosses the line immediately. Again, this right here is an all-time great mistake as well. Boom, throws the right hand. He makes it to position one on the left side of the line. You're not just allowed to go back. It's not free, right? And almost being made to pay for it there and there. Yeah, very, very little tying up actually in this whole fight. You know, it's been a pleasure to watch. Again, both of these guys are like, you know, say premium athletes. You know, it's crazy that you'll sometimes get fighters who are, you know, fat or lazy. You know, they don't want to work hard. You know, they see, oh, I want those Mayweather millions. And then they come into the fight with the fucking, you know, not to call you out underneath the donaire, because like you're an animal, right? But how the fuck do you ever come to the fucking ring without a fucking six pack? You're a little guy. That's a fat guy problem, right? You should be embarrassed. You went back into a fight with a guy who kicked your ass last time and you didn't do everything you could? You didn't think just doing some sit-ups would help? Man, crazy. Anyway, could you just imagine if a striker like Nonito Donaire, if that guy could actually just get in shape, right? And get strong, how dangerous he would have been? Maybe he would have beat Rigondeaux, right? He did drop him, right? But anyway, uh, crazy fight, right? Oscar De La Hoya mostly following Shane Mosley around, right? Not even getting paid off every single time he gets him to a vulnerable point in the round, right? Doing a good job boxing him here, controlling him with the jab, firing the right hand over the top more often, right? Took him long enough to start landing that shot, but much, much, much more active with that shot there. Very interesting. But but the smaller guy, right? Shane Mosley, the smaller guy, able to kind of keep De La Hoya on the outside. And I don't want to say with his speed, but with his leash, right? With his leash, his own combination punching, right? He still had to be able to throw the quick 1-2s. But look at how dangerous it is when you get on Oscar De La Hoya's line. If you're a professional fighter, that's what you should be expecting every time you get on somebody's line. That's why you have to work so hard. Look at how hard Shane Mosley has to work to score points, to win this fight. Every single time he steps on the line, it's like a chainsaw's coming at him, right? And you know why? The guy has a reach advantage. He's going to see you coming. He's just going to wait and try to intercept you. I mean, not always, right? But you're going to have to move inside of their wheelhouse. And they could be throwing a punch before you land yours. Beautiful shot, by the way. Jumping on the line. Boom, 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 down, up. Excellent shot. 2-foot punching right there with the right hand. Really, really, really good. Beautiful. And again, look at what kind of animal Shane Mosley is. Look at him go out there and throw those punches. If he didn't tie up right there, maybe he could get it. If he's not tired already, because Oscar is definitely looking to hold his arm, right? Definitely looking to get a grip of it. Landed another excellent right hand there. Again, De La Hoya is looking tired. Another overhand right. Oh my goodness. Ooh, excellent shot from De La Hoya as well. But yeah, De La Hoya again because of the fact that he's not really looking to box, right? He's there for these shots. When Shane Mosley finally starts, finding some space for them. Because again, all the way up until this point, every time Mosley's throwing a shot at him, De La Hoya is just combination, right? Flood the line. Don't let him sit on your line. Boop, 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 right? And it's worked. But now I think De La Hoya might be hurt. He did make him work really hard at the beginning of this round. So maybe that played a little bit into it. Shane Mosley obviously looking like the more fit guy, right? Now, and again, Shane Mosley, very interesting because quick hands once he gets on the line, right? But always throwing his 1-1-2 or his 1-2 and then shifting and moving forward. Never being able to throw 2-3s, right? Like Shane Mosley or like De La Hoya is, right? So again, mostly, a lot of times falling off balance right after the right hand comes. Leaping hook, no chain. Rear hand, not chaining anything to it. I kind of threw a left hook. Yeah, I guess he did a good job there. But crazy good fight. Um, Again, without leashing De La Hoya so much early in the fight and keeping him off, because the last few rounds, De La Hoya was doing better and better. Obviously, they're not the last round, but De La Hoya was doing better and better at closing the distance, finding meaningful ways. Again, because Shane Mosley was letting him go first, but you can't do that if you don't even have a guard, right? So all those things kind of compiling against him, allowed De La Hoya to kind of come back toward the end, but pretty clear early fight for Shane Mosley, landing a lot of really good shots. They both did, but pretty good fight. Um, yeah. Anyway, see you guys.